Hello, everyone. It's Junie checking back in with you. I wanted to take a moment to tell you about someone from our past. His name is Eratosthenes. He was an ancient scholar. He had a job, a very important job, a prestigious job in ancient Egypt, in Alexandria, where our ancient library was, the famous ancient library of Alexandria. The head librarians that were in charge of the scribes, in charge of all of the books that came in. There was a law in ancient Egypt and Alexandria that any ships that came in, they would search those ships. You'd have to hand over any books, and they were copied, and they kept the original and gave back the people the copy of these scribes. And it was a wealth of knowledge. When Julius Caesar caught the library on fire, they say that we lost over 40 or 50,000, scrolls that were in that library. So it was a wealth of knowledge. I think if I could ever go back in time, that is a place that I would love to visit. If I could, time travel. So the library of ancient Egypt, where Eratosthenes worked, he started to study the positions of the sun and how, he basically invented longitude and latitude, okay? How we look at maps is because of Eratosthenes, okay? Longitude and latitude, he basically came up with these mathematical equations, studying, the tropic degree of Cancer is at 90 degrees, and noticing the shadows of the sun. He started to study a well where you get water out of. And he noticed that on summer solstice that, that the shadows weren't on the side of the well and that the sun was at 90 degree at the tropic degree of Cancer. And basically he became, started to do a formula of this. And he actually did design one of our first world maps. So whenever you look at a world map, give a little prop out, give a little credit to Eratosthenes. The Ptolemaic dynasty, which is the same dynasty that Cleopatra VII is part of. So whenever people talk about Cleopatra, I'm always like, which Cleopatra are you talking about? The famous Cleopatra with Mark Antony and Julius Caesar, because she was the seventh. She was the seventh Cleopatra, and she is part of the Ptolemaic dynasty, which began to start keeping records of knowledge, of poetry, of medical conditions, and studying the planets. Astrology, astronomy was all collected at this ancient library in Alexandria. And Eratosthenes, they would be responsible for tutoring the children of the Ptolemaic dynasty as well. Just like Cleopatra VII, she had a tutor as well that would probably have been with one of the main people at the library, were part of the whole tutoring system of the royal family, of the pharaohs. So, that was a Greek dynasty. The Ptolemaic dynasty is related to Alexander the Great. I know there's a lot of speculation, of Cleopatra's, who Cleopatra is, but her ancestry is Greek, where she comes from. But there is lots of people that took over Egypt. Either they took over Egypt or they worked hand in hand with Egypt. And, that is from Turkey, ancient Syria, the Nubian dynasty as well. So there's many types of different type of cultures and people that are part of ancient Egypt. And this Ptolemaic dynasty that Cleopatra is part of was Greek. So depending upon if Eratosthenes used the Greek mathematical equations or if he used the Egyptian mathematical equations, he was only 2% to 16% off of the circumference of the Earth. He wasn't off by much. And you have to consider the times that he did this all by studying, the shadows of the sun, coming up with longitude and latitude, studying maps. He did this all on his own without a computer. So the man is a genius. And I just wanted to take a moment to show him some, street credit and give him some props, because Eratosthenes is truly an amazing inventor, and we owe a lot to him. The whole fact that we can open a map, have Google Maps, and study the planet, the trajectory of the planets, and not get lost by studying the stars is because of this man. And to know that he understood that the earth was spherical, that it was round, and because of the shadows that he was able to study and, tell us that the earth was round and give us the circumference of the earth. So I just wanted to take a moment and show him some credit, and let you know where it all comes from. All right. Blessings to you all. Take care now. Bye-bye.